three stops. So.
So you doing the chili tonight?
Yeah. Plus, I guess she got some sick people, some sick family members. So she's doing some soup now, and gonna run it over to them, and then we're gonna do the chili later on for the house.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we were trying to decide on something like that. We went. We decided that Kroger got a heck of a deal on the roast, man. Like
On
crazy.
roast.
Yeah, man. We got a nice big piece of roast. Normally would have been about $31. Dude, it was like it's, 13 bucks.
Mm.
Yeah, they. It seems like once every other month they run a joint where they have like crazy deal. So that bad boy is in the crock pot like right now.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, yeah. Let me check and see some of these people out here. See who we got. Share some folks out there. Share with some peoples.
Ooh.
Don, what's up? Don is in the house. He said it's been snowing over his way since 8:40.
Cause oh, yeah, yeah, it wasn't quite that early. I think that's when I went to the store. We're getting ready to go to the store. So probably
Right.
start over 9. But no, it was like 9:40, 9:40, something like
Man, I don't think it's really started snowing over here until not maybe. I don't think it's been popping out a good hour over here yet.
that. Oh, for real?
On this side. It ain't like me and you live worlds apart. It ain't that far. I mean, but yeah,
True.
I've been sitting there looking out this window the whole time. You know what I mean? So very interesting. Let's see here. Let's see who we got on this bad boy. I think most of them get Tim up in here, and let's get I got Brian. I know he ain't feeling too good today.
I mean, Tim ain't feeling too good either. Brian feeling worse, but Tim ain't feeling too
Oh
good either.
yeah. I didn't even think about that. Let's see. There, hmm. One more.
Don't tag Bernice.
Oh, I know how to done it.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna tell her you did it. Oh no, it's gonna show up under my name. Yo, yes, I done tagged a few people, man. So we'll see what we got going on here. Yeah, man. So, um, was first of all, we gonna do a little bit better today. So, because we don't do it every week, so we gonna give our, it's all love. So we're gonna give our people the proper introduction. Welcome to the SBP Live Sports Bar Podcast in full effect. As always, I'm your boy Prime, the Sports Bar Kingpin, and with me, I always have my partner in crime, TikTok superhero, my guy Source. What you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. It's just another day. Just another day living in the hood. Just another day around the way. I feel good today. Not about this, but just in general.
Oh, I mean, hey, you just never know. You never know. I can't wait to break that one down. I don't know if it's another day in the hood because it don't snow over here in the hood all the time, but it's doing a little something out there right about now, and I would guess in most of our folks who live in our viewing area are experiencing the same thing that we are experiencing right now. A little something popping off outside, nothing too major, but it's enough. It's
Just
enough.
enough to
Nice looking.
turn turn the ground white, for a little while.
Yeah, I was telling my lady this morning. I mean, we got a couple of spots that's close, close around here, but it's one or two of my favorite places. I wouldn't have minded been if the weather wasn't gonna be too crazy. Been sitting up near the window at a bar somewhere where I can see the TVs, drink me a few
Hmm.
beers, and enjoy the scenery on the outside. But I'm not chancing it today. Not messing with these people out here in these here streets. It's not gonna.
Smart move. Smart move.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, so yeah, wild card weekend, bro. Wild card weekend. So we're gonna talk football. Then we got a little bit of NBA towards the end of the podcast, but we got to go and break it on down, man. We might as well start with what happened yesterday. Um, the Raiders and Bengals played a very, very it was a decent game in my opinion, minus the refs. The refereeing could have been a little bit better. It's all over social media now, and some words come out that officiating crew is probably going to receive some low grades on this game yesterday, and most likely won't be working any of the playoff games ahead. So that came straight from some officials upstairs. So that's going to be interesting. But nevertheless, we got an entertaining game, a game I thought would be close. And really, it was 26-19 was pretty close. The Raiders had a chance to, get in the end zone towards the end, but fell short, man. But I enjoy watching, it.
Yeah, you're looking at the half full. You got the glass half full. I don't think this game was close. It was entertaining, but it was never that close on the scoreboard. Close in general, I guess. But the Bengals kind of kept that 1 to 2 score lead since the beginning of the game. Mm-hmm. So I think they dominated the game, but they did take that lead early at the beginning of the game. But 10-0, it's really, I mean, it all goes back to that strip sack. It all goes back to that strip sack, and that was early in the game. But that changed the game, or changed what could have been that one drive, that one mistake.
You mean, wait. The Raiders were involved in a strip sack game? Oh, no, man, go ahead.
Dang. They on the bad end of it again. Yeah. No, wait. Yes, they are on the bad end of it. Yep. I'm sorry, Tim. Prime said it, not me.
Oh, I ain't disrespecting the Raiders. I ain't got nothing but love for them. They don't bother me if they want to lose. I have no problem with them. It's just, just ironic that was that team.
Like rain on your wedding day.
Yeah, what up, Caesar? Caesar says that the Cincy D-line is underrated. I've been telling people. I've mentioned it a couple of times during the course of the year that they play pretty good defense on certain levels. I even think the secondary, to an extent, while not one of the best, they're kind of underrated, opportunistic. So it was. What up, Tim? Tim is in full effect. Yeah, man. So it was an interesting game, but it was crazy. So what is this? The Bengals' first playoff victory. Is that 31 years? Was that 1991? Right? That's 31 years.
91. Yeah.
Is that 30? Look, I'm good at counting money. The rest of my math kind of shaky.
91.
Yeah.
Was it 31 years?
That 31, 91, 30. It's 31 years from now. Yeah, 31 years.
Yeah, not the math part.
It's last time they won it. They won a game was in 91 in the playoff. Well, Marvin couldn't win anything. Marvin got there a few times, just couldn't win anything. So that was the thing on Lewis, right?
Didn't get out the first round, even at the crib.
Well, Caesar says 32. Tim says 90. Well, it was something like that. What was the 90 season, I believe, but it would be 1991 would be the year, because I guess would have been
the playoff game.
January, right? Yeah, so that's about right.
Those playoff games were earlier back in the day. The Super Bowl be in January, so who knows? Could have been late December, early January.
I think it was
late January. Long time.
Anyway, we know that's around about the time we was listening to, the same year Low End Theory came out. Well, that's 91. Damn. Cypress Hill first album, I believe, was 91. Mr. Scarface was 91.
Mr. Scarface.
Ice Cube Death Certificate was 91. 91. That's shoot. I wish my brother George was here.
Wow.
Dell of Funky Homo Sapien. Now I think that was 91. I'm pretty sure that was 91. So a lot of stuff. De La Soul is dead, I believe. It's been a long time. Let's just say that. It's been a long time. But they got the victory. I think the longest droughts now, as I looked it up, would be the Lions at 30 years, the Dolphins at 21 years, and the Raiders, is it 10, I believe? Something like that. Yeah. So they, but it was a heck of a game, man. So it's a lot of decisions to be made. Tim said Icky Woods.
Icky shuffle out there.
Caesar said before the cell phone and the internet. That is correct. Look, man.
Woo.
They well, the real internet anyway. Um, man, the I want to know what the Raiders are going to do with this Derek Carr. Well, it's two things: Derek Carr and then Rich Bisaccia. I think Rick has got to get serious consideration for this job, man. I mean, I really do. I think he did in the midst of everything you and I talked about a few nights ago. He's done a heck of a job, all things considered, and the players seem to like him. So I think he needs to get serious consideration for the job. The Raiders go full time with it. And then I think if he's getting along with Carr, which they seem to like each other, I guess you're going to give Carr that extension because I do believe he signed that 5-year deal. So I believe this should be the last year coming up. So you try to lock this dude up before he gets up out of there. I mean, unless you feel like you can do better.
Yeah, that's the thing. Probably the same thing with the coaching. Feel like you can, if you feel like you can do better, or you have somebody in mind that you want to go out and grab, then it might just have been a good showing in the interim. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders went another way.
I hate to see it. You think about a guy like Rick. He's been around, man. So special team coordinator. He spent time with the Cowboys. Spent time with the Chargers. Caesar squad. He's with the Bucks. So he's been around in various positions. So he knows the game. And he looked. I'm not gonna lie, Source. When I would watch him, he looked pretty comfortable on that sideline.
Yeah.
During games, man. So I hope he gets a shot. I mean, there's always the big name floating around there. We've been hearing about a couple of these college coaches. We talked about one of them already. But I'd like to see this guy get a shot at keeping that job, man.
Hey, can you see me in the other joint trying to get in the room? I'm trying to switch from the computer.
Oh, yeah. You may hit that joint?
Yeah, and I'm going to close this one out.
Well, I hit the button. Oh, there we go. We got two sources. I knew it. I knew it was two of y'all. I knew it. There's no way. That's how y'all be working that TikTok thing. And you be blowing up like that because it's two of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when one doing something, that's the other person jump on. Twins. Okay.
You know what they say, Prime, two sources are better than one.
That's what they say.
Oh, that's what I say anyway. So
great season for the Raiders, though. Tim, nothing to hang your head over, my brother. Raiders were right there. Heck of a turnaround. Several key victories to spur this playoff run. And the Raiders will be back. As far as the Bengals, they continue to move on. They're marching on. A lot of us had them winning this game. And, so they'll await their opponent next week. I don't know this for sure. I do believe, as of right now, before any of these other games are played, and I could be wrong, but I think right now their opponent would be the Titans. I don't know. It's a lot of things that's got to shake up. It's got to happen today. So,
yeah.
Now I think they would play as the way we think things may go. I think things may go. It might be the Titans.
Okay.
All right, so
insight.
Very interesting game. This song right here, Source. About to take it to your face. About to take it to your face. Naughty by Nature. Bills must have been bumping that joint in the loudspeakers during the game, bro. These people put a crazy beat down on Belichick and the New England Patriots. They should have took the game off of television, bro. 47-17 was quite ugly, and I have to admit, I picked the Patriots. But, bro, either way, I didn't see it going like this. Of course, Source, yeah. I think Source did.
I mean, you said about take it to your face. Last night, I started to make a video with some highlights playing whoop that trick, get him, whoop that trick, get him. Because it was bad business out that joint. Josh Allen manhandled them people. He meant he was going to be the best player on the field going into that joint. Dawson Knox with the big touchdowns. He almost had a third joint. Oh, and I love the fact that Buffalo kept pouring it on even late into the fourth quarter they hit Knox on that deep joint, and then went ahead and scored the touchdown to the offensive lineman. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Buffalo could be Bill Mafia. You know what it is,
The after party was probably better than the tailgate.
man. Crates and beer and tables and
He probably jumping off the campers in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
and wings. Got to have some wings out there, joint.
Yeah. And they're probably doing nosedives off the top of the campus. You know, because some people bring those campers to the tailgate. You know what I'm saying? With the whole mobile joint, they just, jumping off those joints into the side of the grill. I mean, like, they just probably was getting crazy. And I don't blame them, man. Like, this was crazy. Josh Allen, man. First Bills quarterback to throw 5 touchdowns in a playoff game. The Bills themselves set a playoff record, 7 touchdowns in a playoff game. That is crazy. Like, that is ridiculous. And we think about Josh Allen being the baddest man on the planet, or at least for right now. People seem to forget that this guy didn't have one single recruiting offer coming out of high school. This is a guy that went to JUCO. Still wasn't getting a lot of interest. They say he's went out, put out like close to like 1,000 letters. Like, he's sending out stuff to all types of colleges, Division I, non-Division I. Nobody wants to give him a shot but Wyoming. You feel me? And now we talking about this guy being a elite quarterback in the National Football League. Like, this dude is ridiculous. And then did you realize, do you know what the a perfect passer rating is in the NFL?
152?
I think it's 158. It's 158.
158.
He had 157.6 last night.
Dang.
Only 4 incompletions.
They were in the first half.
Ridiculous.
Wait, he only had 4 incompletions? I'm pretty sure I saw a halftime stat.
Was it 4?
Was it 4?
I think it was more like 4.
You know what? I might be wrong. I might be thinking about the first game, actually.
Yep. Oh, Caesar said he saw. Yep, 4 passes. Okay. Yeah. So that is crazy. So the only real thing that went wrong for the Bills yesterday, if you want to call it, anything going wrong, was they missed an extra point. I mean, but this was beyond crazy. This game drove me crazy too for FanDuel purposes because, literally maybe 30 minutes before I locked the lineup in the SBP, I had Kendrick Bourne in my lineup, and I had Dawson Knox in my lineup.
Get out of here.
I lied to you not. I removed both of them.
Wow. That's painful.
Yeah, I was a little teed off. So unless I get some miracles popping off today, I just pretty much screwed myself already. So, yeah. So I took Kendrick Bourne and Knox both out of my lineup.
I hope everybody else did too. I had Singletary in mind. I have Singletary in mind. So that was Singletary and Jamar Chase. That Buffalo defense started to fade a little bit on the score. They had 11 at one point, and it fell back to 8. So hopefully there'll be some points put up today, and nobody else's defense will do that great overall.
I hope one of them does, but I don't think it's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So the Pats down by 24 at the half, which is the most points they've been down the half in franchise history.
Love it.
You can go back to the Steve Grogan days. They ain't never been down that much, bro. Like, it's crazy.
You said Steve Grogan. Great. Oh.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying to remember. But somebody can, I don't know how many, well, Tim might get, but I don't know about the rest of you cats. Don might know. Who was the Patriots? Who was the white running back they had? Any other time I can call it. They had a running back for a few years. It was he wasn't African American. He was a white gentleman. I can't think of his name.
In the 80s.
Like 80s, I think. 80s or 90s. 80s. Damn.
Only running back I think of when I think of way back for the Patriots is Tony Harmon. That's the only person that comes to mind. I
think it was another running back on the squad, but I don't know. If somebody comes up with it, we'll find it in the chat. If not, I'll look it up when this is over. It's just something crossed my mind. I probably can go back in my old football cards in here somewhere and figure it out. It'll hit me. But yeah, dominating performance, man, for the Bills. And for Bill, it's back to the drawing board. Again, I think they established something. All things considered, young quarterback out there, made some great plays this year, made some rookie plays this year. He made a couple of rookie plays last night. But that really wasn't the whole story. The story was the Bills. But back to the drawing board for the Patriots. The Bills move on, and which is a very good chance that we will see them playing Kansas City next week, which I know a lot of people would. Yeah, there's some scenarios. It depends who wins this, Kansas City win, whatever, that they would be playing each other next week possibly. But that's the game I hope we get, because that would be a game I would love to see in the AFC Championship if it could happen. But we've learned over the years that things don't always go that way, and the teams we want to see play each other deep in the playoffs, it doesn't always match up. So, but I would love to see that happen, whether we can get it early or get it late.
Yeah, just man. So the possible divisional playoff round is Cincinnati at Tennessee, and Buffalo at Kansas City.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it, and
man,
I don't know if anybody knows in the chat that I think if the Steelers, which we're going to talk about a little bit, were to win, I believe they would play the Titans.
Yeah, if the Steelers, right, because they'd be the lower seed.
Yeah, and then I think and I do believe if Mahomes and them win, I believe they play Buffalo next week. We'll find out.
That's what it's going to be. What it's going to be. I mean, not that's what it's going to be, but that's what. Hey,
Don, playing your game, baby. Your game, baby. Now Don said, "Why is my voice changing?" He said, "Yo, he sounded like Barry White a few seconds ago."
He in flux right now. One of them is his Cowboys.
Might be nerves, Don.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Boys, and then the other one is his Knicks. Well, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, boys. So
might be these nerves, Don, and it might be this coffee, a little caffeine, caffeine dump. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, so no doubt. So let's get into today's games, and we got to go ahead and start with something you've been dodging. You usually don't like to talk, but we do have to start it. You are fully representing in your gear today. Okay, so there's no way around it. We're going to talk about these Philadelphia Eagles today as they travel to sloppy conditions from what I've seen in the pregame to take on Thomas Brady and the Bucks. What y'all going to do out there, man, in Florida?
Prime, let's not focus on what we are going to do or not do. Let's just focus on let's see. 1, 3, 7, 14. The 18 teams that didn't make it this far. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, fine. Yeah. Y'all, I know. Look, 31 of us are going to be in the same spot in a couple of weeks. But guess what? Right now, y'all already home. So enjoy the sofa. Actually, clean off a spot for Prime. Anyway, I got. If y'all don't mind, y'all already know where this is going. I got a song in my heart, and I don't think I can go any further without expressing how I feel. One time, hold on. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hold on, Prime. Hit them low, hit them high. And watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Come on, y'all, sing it with me. EAGLES, Eagles.
Anybody gonna sing that? We got the 2 Eagles fans and the whole SBP. Anybody gonna sing that right there? Hey, Caesar, don't worry about the Cowboys got a song, man. Don't worry about it. The Chargers got a song. Don't worry about if we got a song.
Chargers got a song. It's the theme to Titanic. Anyway.
Maybe it's cold outside. Worry about my Cowboys, man. Don't worry about it. It's out of grown folks' business, man.
Grown folks' business. All right, so about these Eagles. I'm gonna let reality be reality over there for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Thomas, Aloysius, Leviathan, Win,
Yeah, Andre.
Jehoshaphat, Brady is my guy. Y'all already know Tom Brady is the GOAT. I've been pushing Tom Brady as the GOAT for a good 10 years. A good 10 years. I remember people used to argue Peyton Manning, and then that faded. Then they just go back to Joe Montana. Well, no, that's dead too. Guess what? Tom Brady is the GOAT. It is what it is. However, like y'all have mentioned, like many of y'all have mentioned, you know, you're on your third running back, you lose Antonio Brown, you know, we got this injury, that injury, jumping off in Tampa Bay. And you say bad weather, Prime? Did you say bad weather?
It's kind of sloppy. It was showing boy Brady coming into the stadium, talking to the people that was in the stadium already. I guess the grounds crew got his long trench or his little jacket on, whatever. Little rain, wind blowing. Yeah.
Do you think a deflated football would help
Oh,
in the attempts of throwing in bad weather?
I ain't say that, y'all. I ain't say that. And
I'm just asking a question about today.
it wasn't me.
This is just a question about today. All these thoughts that I have right now will dissipate at 4:15. We're gonna pretend that none of this happened. I'm gonna break out the wand like on Men in Black, and y'all gonna forget that this ever happened. But anyway, unless the Eagles win. Anyway, Jalen Hurts, the best young quarterback in the NFL right now. Like you've seen it. As I saw him mention in his interview on ESPN, the offense has grown since week 6. Like, I can't even say this stuff with a serious face. Like, the offense has grown since week 6. That's what Jalen Hurts said. And I believe him. I believe him. Miles Sanders is back and looking good. I feel like the squad is ready. Ready. Do you believe in miracles? Not normally. But, yeah, y'all, you know. Take it away, Prime. Take it away. Take it away.
Yeah, what he got 10 rushing touchdowns. I just showed this stat for your boy Hurts. I think that's tops in the league. He's playing a lot better. And you refer to week 6. Is that when y'all played him last, right? I believe it was a good game. Y'all played like week 6, week 7. 28-22 was the game. You know, y'all hung tough. Y'all hung tough in that one. And I think the conditions are setting up for you guys to have a shot. If with this showing here with this weather, if it continues, y'all can run the route. Y'all run the ball pretty well. And on the flip side, they stopped the run pretty good, but things leveled out a little bit when you know, when that ground is a little messy. But I think they're third against the run. I like you guys keeping this thing tough. You know, Caesar mentioned just now that one more injury and y'all really got a shot. You know, Tampa missing a lot of folks. If Brady gonna put the ball in the air, Evans is gonna be there, Gronk's gonna be there, but he got to rely on Perriman. I think Tyler Johnson's gonna play, but I know Perriman. You know, they got some guys on the back end they're gonna have to rely on. I always like Cameron Brate sneaking in something, sneaking in 2 receptions for a touchdown or something like that. But it's gonna be tough, man. But I think y'all hang tough in this one. But it's Brady. We've seen Brady when the chips are down. We've seen Brady when he's missing folks. We've seen it throughout his whole career. So I think they break it open on y'all a little bit later in the game. So nice that y'all got in the playoffs, my brother. But 31-20, Thomas Brady and the Bucks move on.
I feel so disrespected by the sports bar kingpin as he's predicted a loss for the Eagles. How could he come through here with such foolishness? Listen, I don't know if the score 41-33 rings a bell, but that's not happening today. Don't get it twisted. I'm just bringing back that love and feeling. That's all I'm doing, Brian. That's all. Hold on. Let me. That's right. Oh, by the way, I haven't worn this hat in a few years. I don't know if it was Super Bowl related last time I wore it or not, but it's been a minute. It's actually been tucked away, but I broke it out today for y'all, not for me, for y'all specifically. I just wanted you to see it. And the shirt you've seen before because the shirt pops up every once in a while because I don't wear that many shirts, but this one gets a lot of play around here. Y'all seen it before? No, maybe. Anyway, let's get back to the score. My prediction for today is an upset. An upset, Prime. Not only with the winner, but with the score.
Eagles fans gonna be upset, or you can upset the game.
Oh, it's an upset, Prime. I told you until 4:15 we are living in this reality. EAGLES, Eagles with the W. The score.
Watch out.
Prime. How much you say that roast was that originally? How much was that roast originally that y'all got?
The roast I bought for dinner today that's in the crock pot right now?
Originally
it was originally $31.
31. And you got it for
13.
13. There it is. 31, 13.
Whoa.
31, 13 Eagles.
Whoa. I like that. I'm gonna like that roast even better. But I like the way you did that thing there. Hey, it's a couple of people in the chat predicting an upset too. Yeah, so especially Caesar said upset alert. So yeah, it can go down. I don't think it's gonna go down, but it could go down. We've seen stranger things in these here playoffs. Don said that you blew the dust off that thing, huh, cuzzo? Hey, it's gonna be a great game, man. I can't wait. So I think it's gonna be all about the turnovers in this one too. And we mentioned the Hurts in his legs, so he gonna have to do a lot of that. He got to do a lot of that, but anything is possible, in the words of KG.
Dance on them. One of these former Alabama quarterbacks have to put up some points, this playoff weekend.
All right, let's get to the biggest game of the weekend.
AKA the other game.
The biggest game. Everybody and their mama and their mama's mama will be watching this game.
Mama's
because of what it is and because of who's playing, especially one team. You love them, you hate them, whatever. You're going to be watching this here game. So I don't want to hear nothing about you're going to be doing this and your wife got you. You're going to be watching this game. So don't y'all can miss me with the craziness, right? 5 years ago, source. Kyle Shanahan and Dan Quinn shared one very painful memory when a squad that they were both a part of failed to rise up
and
blew a 25-point lead to the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Today they reunite to play each other. This time, both of them have just as high stakes on the line because one of them is just trying to stamp the legacy again. The other one, more than likely, within a few months or a year or two from now, will be head coach again somewhere. So, big game going on today, man. Quinn versus Shanahan. That's really what it's about. Forget the McCarthy factor.
Wow. Prime said vibes, vibration, stakes is high. Everything relates back to hip-hop. Whatever happens, it's relating back to hip-hop up in here, just so we're all clear. Y'all already know that, though. Y'all already know that. I am excited about this game. I cannot wait. I can't wait.
No, you're excited. The Cowboys playing. You should be excited.
Yeah. Yes, I know. Especially when we get to the end. It's going to be really exciting. I'm just going to make sure that my phone is fully charged because it's going down this evening, y'all. It's going down this evening because you know how they do. You know how they do when they play a game. You know how they act after the game, one way or the other. Still my team. Oh, it's still my cow. It's still my. All right. Well, we're going to see.
Why they can't do that?
It should be a given.
But I was going to say, you still got your Eagles going for that old shirt. Yeah, you're still your squad.
You already know what it is. I ain't got to explain it, and I ain't got to come back and tell you after they lose.
I see. Fair enough.
Oh, man. But anyway, Prime had alluded to mamas, and you know what? Never mind. I ain't going to get into that. Let's talk about the game, Prime. Are y'all going to run the ball this week, or are we just going to see Dak throw it that joint 50 times? That's really what I want to know. What my fan doing now? You
got to let that go, man. You got to let it go, and to an extent. And I would love to run the football, but I think about conversation that we had after week one when you and I were doing the game, and we're talking about going with the flow of the game. And I told you back then, I had absolutely no problem against Tampa Bay with the game plan then. It was week 1, and what happened, it worked. I mean, they lost the game. Controversial call at the end, but a loss is a loss. But that worked against that team. But since then, we've kind of transitioned to whereas it's not about are we going to run the ball, it's can we run the ball. Things ain't really been right. So while I do agree with a lot of my fellow Cowboy brethren about why sometimes is Zeke only getting 9 carries or 11 carries, I get that. You've got to try to run the football more, but that offensive line had some games we've been trash. I'm going to be honest with you. No matter what Zeke or Pollard, the second they would touch the ball, somebody's already in the backfield making a tackle. So I would hope we'd be able to run the ball today. I know the 49ers are going to run the ball today. They're going to attempt to do that. We kind of middle of the road against the run. We'll have some games we straight shut down. We have some games we give up a lot. Your Eagles played well against majority of our starting, I would say starting 7. We're missing some people on the back end when we played y'all. I think 3 players, but no, we're gonna need to run the ball. But more importantly, number 4. Number 4 does not have to be a superhero in this game. He just has to be efficient, right? And all I need number 4 to do is to be calm. Don't look nervous as he's looked sometimes when certain pieces are missing out of the offensive line. Make the reads, and use his freaking legs. Biggest problem with number 4 has been he has looked unsure when to use his legs. He's going to get plenty of opportunity to do that today because that Niners up front, they're real, bro. They can get pressure on the quarterback. So in the case that we cannot run the football or we don't run it well, I hope Kellen Moore has some quick plays dialed up, and I hope Dak Prescott is ready to move. Because the key for us, man, the key for us in this game is to make Garoppolo have to beat us. That's what it is. Don't let the running game beat us. Make Jimmy G have to beat us. Not saying that Jimmy G is a bad quarterback. Jimmy can play. But I like my chances with him putting the ball in the air versus them running the football on the ground. You feel me, Sword?
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough. This matchup scares me. I don't care what my fellow brothers talk about. This is what we want. We're going to do this. You didn't hear me say one word. Because when I saw this matchup come up and I look at some of our strengths and weaknesses, this is kind of bad. Shanahan likes to dial up some stuff. And I know we got, DeMarcus Lawrence been balling. He been getting that pressure. Randy Gregory been getting that pressure. But I think they're going to try to do with Michael Parsons. Shanahan's smart. He know Parsons coming, right? He's going to try to make Parsons have to keep too much of an eye on Kittle to take him out of the picture. So somebody else going to have to show up, bro.
That's going to be interesting. That might be the key to the game right there, bro.
I'm hoping Quinn knows it because I'm hoping Quinn got something to counter it so somebody else can try to keep an eye on Kittle so we can let Parsons loose.
Or you might end up on that bend but don't break if you're gonna bring that pressure like that and let Parsons go. Just keep Kittle underneath, get to that red zone and forcing people into 3. As if we're expecting San Francisco to score 40. Like nobody's expecting San Francisco to score 40, but they can move the ball up and down the field. Let's not act like they can't move the ball. But on your side, Prime, on your offensive side, who are we looking at? Are we looking at Zeke? Are we looking at Pollard? Combination? Like, what are we doing?
So you're just talking about just the running game?
Just offensively, just in general.
Oh, well, you know what I think for real? Cedric Wilson looked good last week, right? In a couple of games, right? But it might be Dalton Schultz, bro. And it's been a tight end weekend already. You saw, Knox got busy. Yeah. Even in a loss, Waller looked good. Shoot, yeah. CJ Uzama looked real good yesterday from my man, young Kevin from Home Alone was back there slinging that thing to him, right? This game, I'm talking about Kittle going to be a problem. Schultz could be a problem for them. Because Schultz is almost shown, unless you double him, he's getting to be kind of, a guy that can win in single coverage. And Dak loves him. And I got an idea like with that heat that they're gonna bring on Dak, he's looking for Schultz a lot. So those two guys, though, for the Cowboys, Wilson and Schultz, I think is the guys really to watch.
You got any more thoughts, Prime? Or should I go ahead and just give my score?
Well, I want to shout out Andre Carly. He was talking about, and he says, put Michael on Debo and shadow him instead. They're going to move Debo around. Debo going to be in the backfield. Debo is going to be, but somebody still has to account for Kittle. I think Jordan Lewis, he's smaller. He's going to have to be real active back there in that nickel.
You can put Michael Parsons. I know that Michael Parsons is Jesus, God Almighty of Dallas defense. You can put him on Debo if you want to. Please, go with that plan. Y'all will get roasted. Less pressure. Kittle's still open and get roasted still. That's for you, Andre Carly. I know you're a big Cowboy guy. I think they should go with that. They should go with what you said. Go with what he said. Dan, can we call Dan Quinn?
Yeah, cool. Huh?
Can we call Dan Quinn?
We'll call him. He busy right now, man. The man got bigger things to worry about than us, man.
But I wanted to tell him about the Michael Parsons on.
Nah, leave Dan Quinn alone, man.
Oh,
okay. Let him do his thing. He busy right now, man. Yeah, Corey, I'm worried about them seams too, though, bro. Shout out to Corey Booker. Yeah, I'm worried about them seams a little bit too. It's a problem. This matchup, I dislike everybody in the NFC East. I dislike the Pittsburgh Steelers for the most part. And, of course, the San Francisco 49ers, who I respect. But, I can never get that memory out of my head. I can go back in all my years, Source, and I believe I've told you this before.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than Reggie scoring 8 points in 9 seconds on my Knicks. Bigger than the Braves in 2011 having a 23 game lead in the second half of the season, only to blow it and not even get in to the playoffs. That last week, they lost 5 games, bro. 5 games.
In a week.
I never forget that.
Impossible.
But the catch, that Montana the clock, stopping us from getting to the Super Bowl. I see my man Too Tall Jones. I still see that play this day. That's one of the few times in my childhood that I cried, man. Yeah, bro, man, cried. That joint hurt. I'll never escape it. I can never escape it, man. It's haunting. You know what I'm saying? So when we play the Niners, I get a little shaky. I'm not even gonna front. Caesar said I sound scared. At least I got something to be scared about right now. So just leave me alone, Caesar. Leave me alone. Let me be me. I'm not gonna say nothing we lose. I ain't gonna say nothing we win. We on to the next week. That's just me. Just leave me alone, man. Anyway, we just scored 50 points in each of our last 2 victories.
Hold on, Brian. Don't nobody want to hear your score before they hit my score.
Well,
your score is the closer. Your score is the closer.
Oh, okay.
Like my score don't even matter for real. Y'all already know I'm going with San Francisco. San Francisco 30, Dallas 24. Tears will be shed all around the internet lands and the SBP and Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to see some new tears this year. TikTok tears. 3T. 30-24, San Francisco. Huzzah.
Shout out to
Salad.
Yeah. Shout out to all
Allen, Everett, Merck, all the San Francisco, Noah O, all the, yes, that's right. We're getting this in. All the 49 and the locksmith. I know y'all saw that video where the locksmith was letting y'all know what was going to happen this weekend. I know y'all heard that. He got bars and he's.
I'm just going to say that was but. I ain't going to say the other word because it's Sunday and we on air. But it started with an A, but that was but. Forget that video.
This guy here. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts. San Francisco. I wish I had some San Francisco gear. I put it on right now.
What up, Bruce?
What I done?
Hey, look, man.
San Francisco 49ers in Jerry's world. Jerry's world, not so excellent this afternoon.
Shout out to all of y'all going to y'all part-time jobs today. And that is rooting against the Dallas Cowboys and half of y'all squad sitting at home. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to all of you. Clock in. Y'all clocking in early today. Overtime, I see on the internet. Y'all part-time. Some of y'all teams ain't even got a name. And
Ooh.
some of y'all teams got stadiums with sewage pipes breaking, gates breaking, endangering players, and fans alike and all that. Shout out to all of y'all going to y'all part-time job, worrying about what we doing. All right? Worry about yourself. And that overtime y'all going to put in if things go the way y'all want it to go around about 7:30 this evening or whatever the whole night. Shout out to all of y'all. Hope you get everything you asked for. But anyway, I'm going to put my confidence in number 4. Since y'all swear I talk bad, I don't talk bad about number 4. I talk real. But he is my quarterback. That he plays efficiently. Just, realize, don't let the moment be too big for him. And realize that he has the best assemblage of talent around him that any quarterback has had since Troy Aikman. Take advantage of it, number 4. Cowboys win 30-27. The doors of the church are now open.
He had a gavel. I think he had a gavel in his hand when he slammed that joint down. Bam.
Let's move on. Steelers and Chiefs. Steelers and Chiefs about to get it on. Earlier this year, they played. The Chiefs took it to them 36-10. The big question: does Big Ben have one more big playoff game in him, or is this the last we see of number 7?
Oh, Prime. You know what? I hate to backtrack. Excuse me. Hate to backtrack. I got to get this out though. I meant to lead my whole score prediction with you had started the conversation about Dallas and San Francisco and Dallas with a reference to Outkast. And I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, Ms. Prescott. I am for real. Okay, I'm done. Okay, next game, Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for Pittsburgh. It tolls for Big Ben. Why? Because this is it. This is it. The end of your career has come. Great career. Let's clap it up for Ben Roethlisberger right now. Everybody, put your hands together. Send some likes for Ben Roethlisberger right now. If you like this career, if you liked his career, hit that like button on your screen there. Yes, Big Ben.
You go sit your tail on the couch.
So, as you all know, Prime hates the Pittsburgh Steelers with a passion. This isn't even about what happened in Georgia or whatever state he was in with the women and all the stuff. That's not why Prime's mad. Prime hates him because he wears that black and gold, or as Lil Wayne would tell you, or who was it? I don't know. Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, black and yellow. Anyway, I'm just talking about Pittsburgh because we're not going to be talking about them next week. So I'm just trying to get it all out right now. As Najee Harris had a good season, we glad to see him ball out as a rookie. Deontay Johnson's in all my lineups. It don't matter. Like, I don't think I can win at this point anyway. But he's in all my lineups all the time. I usually have him in my lineup anyway, just because I know he's going to get the rock at least 7 to 10 times, regardless of what's going on during the game. You know what? It ain't really nothing else to say, Prime. I mean, what do you want to say about this game? What can you possibly say about this game? Let's hear it.
I do want to say that, bro, Don talking about that sounded like a beer, not a gavel. Are you drinking already, bro? No, it's almost time, though. It's almost time. They in the fridge getting nice and frosty right now because it's all day long. Snow brew and that pig skin. But yeah, it's. I think this is it for Ben too. Now I do want to credit the Pittsburgh Steelers because the past few weeks they've been playing some pretty good defense. To be honest with you, you go back after the looking real bad early in the season, teams beating the brakes off of them. You go back the last 4 weeks, they've only given up. They haven't given up more than 14 points in any game the last 4 weeks. In that mix was they beat the Tennessee Titans, and I think they only gave up like 13 to the Tennessee Titans. So defensively, they have definitely been playing a lot better. And then the Chiefs coming to this thing, matters a few parts. The important weapons are there. Kelsey's, is there. We know we're going to see him get there and do his thing in the end zone today. It's going to happen. They've already proven that Tyreek Hill, as explosive as he is, he doesn't have to have a great game for him to beat you. It could be a Josh Gordon sighting, a Pringle sighting, whoever they want to be sighting. Blake Bell can catch a big pass and put him inside the 5. Only real question they have is who's going to be running the rock. We know Edwards-Helaire's not playing. Williams may or may not play, so that leaves Derek Gore, Jerick McKinnon, whoever. But they're going to do what they do. They're going to do what they do, man. They went back and retooled that offensive line, which was a problem early. They've got it together. They drafted a rookie at center who may have been the best center in the league all year. So they like to put it up the gut when they get inside that 5. Good game or bad game, they've proven it to us all season. They can win it any way you want to win it. Ugly, blowout, whatever. And that's why they send Big Ben home on that long ride home today. They put up 36 on them early in the year. I'm going to show them a little more respect in Pittsburgh. I don't know why I'm showing Pittsburgh respect, but I'm going to. And just say it's going to be 30-17. Either way, Chiefs move on.
Coming home, coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. That's Big Ben singing after the game. And his post-game press conference. Going to the crib. Thank you, Ben Roethlisberger, for showing us how to avoid sacks by weighing close to 300 pounds and refusing to fall, regardless of how bad our offensive line may or may not have been. Because that was, yeah.
Think about it. I've seen them play 4 times live. 3 times live. And it took to the very last time I saw him live for us to actually beat him. And 2 of my memories was us having him in our clutches. And his big behind just gets out, makes a play on a crucial 3rd down or something. Didn't happen last time because Brandon Cobb caught him slipping and picked him off in 5 in Jerry World. But that's another story. But yeah, Ben, all that. Carry on.
Carry on. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Carry
I told y'all about the time
Ben
Roethlisberger was at my show, right? That was, yeah, y'all heard that story before. Anyway, yeah.
Hey, look, so Caesar you must have been talking to Caesar before. The Caesar talking about he can't take me seriously now. Caesar, you never take me seriously. But he said no Cowboys gear on today. Blame Prime for the L. So Caesar, before we came on the show, and Source and I were talking, and he said I got on Knicks gear today. What a Cowboy gear. Y'all, you sure y'all ain't called each other before we got on? I'm trying to do the reverse jinx thing, man. I don't know. Plus, my Knicks are playing well, so I can't show love. I mean, it is what it is. This ain't the first time the Cowboys have played that I ain't have on. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, I forgot to give a score, Prime. My bad.
Yeah.
36-20. 36-20.
So we're in the same ballpark. So you get them 36 again, and then you give the Steelers 10 more points. I mean, it can happen. So it is what it is. Fair enough. So then the last game we got will be tomorrow night's game. A lot of people looking forward to this one. Monday Night Football. We got Monday Night Wild Card Football. How awesome is that? How great is that? The Cards and the Rams. So kind of a funny week last week for both of them. As the Rams, he kind of backed into a title after not playing well. So, but it's 2 teams that definitely want to win this game. They know each other very well. Kyler Murray has not played well at all in his career against the Rams. I think he's 1-5 as a starter. He hasn't played well at all. And the Rams have just been up and down. Matthew Stafford's been that guy, and then he's been trash. Then he's been that guy, and then he's been trash. So I think it's fair to say in this one is the quarterback that plays the best is probably going to win this game.
The quarterback that plays the best is probably going to win this game. Man, you can't have the wide receiver who had the most receptions, the most yards, and the most touchdowns, and who should be in the MVP race, not to win, but just his name be in the hat. You can't have him and home field advantage and not get out the first round. Like, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. However, you can't discount what the Arizona Cardinals have done this year. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. I did a parlay and I picked Arizona just because of the difference in the payout in that joint. I feel like it could be a close game regardless. But when reality sets in, the highest highs go to the Rams, and I think the lowest lows go to Arizona. That alone leads me to lean towards the Rams. It's because they got more firepower, they got more options, they got more special players on that roster who are going to play tomorrow than the Arizona Cardinals do that are going to play tomorrow. Not just familiar names, but actual big play makers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got like 7. The Rams got like 7 on offense and defense.
Isaac Bruce, Henry Elliott.
You know what I'm saying? Which was when
Torrey
Holt
Oh, my
is
bad.
there. And let's not forget Vince Ferragamo. Vince Ferragamo is gonna light it up. He's got to have a touchdown or 2 left in him with that arm. I'm gonna just tell you my score now, Prime, because I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm going 31-28 in a shootout. Pow. It's a shootout. A playoff shootout on Monday night. Rams.
Interesting. You mentioned those weapons. I thought Van Jefferson is questionable, but they still got more than enough firepower over there to do what they need to do. If they're gonna get this victory, the two teams split during the regular season. The road team won both games, so that's gonna be interesting for the Cards. We know D-Hop is not playing. Connor's situation is up in the air, which is something to watch because when is it not up in the air, right? Chase Edmonds, I think, has been limited most of the week. He's been dealing with injuries the last few weeks, so it's going to be interesting to see if either one of those guys play. I know they're hoping to have at least one of them. And the interesting thing that we were talking about in the group is you see Rams and bought Eric Weddle back.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, they got both starting safeties out, right?
Yeah, both Rapp and Fuller are both out. One is done for the season, the other one is out on COVID protocol. So you bring back a guy who hadn't played since 2019, and let's not mistake it now. Granted, back in the day, he was one of the best in the league. I mean, dude was a baller and didn't miss games either. 14-year career, I believe, through 2010 to 2019. I think he missed like 3 or 4 games total. So the question is he in football shape or is he in Planet Fitness shape? That's what we're trying to figure out here. And how much does he play? They got a couple of other guys that have gotten playing time that were already on the roster. One came up from the practice squad. But it's going to be interesting to see exactly how much Eric Weddle plays. So
very
iffy.
If you come out that joint and get a pick, Prime, what we gonna do?
What we gonna do? The pick to win it, to seal it, right? Yeah. Right. Rams have won 4 out of their last 5, man. Cards 1-4 in their last 5. The only victory, of course, was the Dallas Cowboy game.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Anyway, you heard me. So Rams are 9-1 versus the Cards since 2017. I got that continuing today in a very close game, 26-23. Stafford finds a way in the 4th quarter because really that's really the only time you can definitely depend on him normally. Is usually in the 4th quarter. So Stafford gets his first playoff win, and little man in Arizona still looking for his first one.
Little man in Arizona, the disrespect of the great Kyler Murray.
I like Kyler Murray, but he's a little man in Arizona.
Wow.
This is what he is.
Wow.
Respect to him, though. Little man be balling.
Little man be balling.
So, anything else, NFL, before we touch this NBA and roll up out here?
I just like to point out I'm not pointing out a fact because y'all already know. There's one black coach at this moment. There's one black coach in the NFL. One black head coach in the NFL.
Well, did you hear that?
Go ahead.
Also, did you hear that Flores' name is popping up, possibility with 2 jobs, though? I don't know if it's going to amount to anything. But Yeah.
At least pop up. At least. I mean, what y'all want that man to do? That's tough. It's hard out here for.
I do want to say this. I want to say this though, and it goes back. If you remember a conversation you and I had last year, and we may have had the conversation the year before, because I know it's going to come up in the group. That's going to come up all across social media, right? Have you noticed in the middle of all these coaches firing since Black Sunday, Black Monday, we have not heard the mention of Bieniemy's name?
Eric Bieniemy.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say, and you might like, well, Prime, he's playing, right? Well, so is Kellen Moore, whose name been up in a billion places. Dan Quinn, like So, but this is what
Two of the Patriots coaches have interviews today.
Yeah, but no, this is my thing. This is not to sway one way or the other. But do you remember me telling you a year ago? And I might take some heat for this, and I don't care. There's something else to this with Bieniemy. I'm telling you. And it's something, and we can talk about him being black and all this. Look, man, there's something else to this. And sometimes a friend of mine that has great ties to the NFL, I have a cousin that has great ties to the NFL that does a lot of stuff. I heard this a couple of years ago. Now I've heard it more than once. First of all, a lot of people don't know, and I'm not saying it should be the deciding factor. I believe everybody should get a second chance, whatever. He's got a little bit of baggage supposedly in the anger management department of had some, right? I don't know how much that translates to what people think about him, but he's had some incidents that were less publicized. But the one thing is, being a boss in my profession, I've been a boss in my last two gigs I've had in the past 30 years, right? There's a thing as interviewing well too. And you're starting to get a sense from some of these people who have interviewed him that he might not interview well. And everybody's feeling on what an interviewing well is may be different. And it might sound like a lot of BS to people, but you think about this. We're going on, 2-3 years now. And as much as I would love for him to get a job, I'm saying this now, that man might get hired 2 weeks from now. But I'm telling you, you haven't heard his name. There's something else to this Eric Bieniemy thing that people are not looking at. And I do believe, I don't care if y'all like it or not, it's not just because he's black.
Dang. That's tough, Prime. That's tough. Adam Gase, Rex Ryan, Rob Ryan. Well, what's my guy's name that was in Minnesota before Zimmer? He was
Frazier?
Frazier. It took forever for Frazier to get an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even whether they're successful or unsuccessful first. There's no opportunity first to me.
So Caldwell's name is back in the mix again. Yeah, I've heard Caldwell's name probably 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, so I'm not though. This is no disrespect, man. I hope Eric Bieniemy gets a shot, gets a job, and I hope he blows the doors off whatever the situation is. I'm just trying to get people to realize there's something more to the fact of him just being a black coach that is not being talked about, whether it's fair or not. And I'm telling you, you don't get that many interviews. They understand the Rooney Rule and all that. And because from what we're hearing, he hasn't even been close when the final stuff comes out. There's something else there. And it could be as simple as they don't like what they're hearing in the interview. And I'm sure there's some people that take some of the past stuff too. And I'm not saying he didn't get a job because he was, the reason that some of the jobs might not have been because he's black, because we know that just it is what it is. But that's not the only reason. Somebody hire this man, please. Anything else on that?
Nope.
Yeah, BA. What up, Brian? Yeah, Flores got gypped. I hope he get another job. I'd like to see him get that Texans gig for real. But we'll see what happens. Quick NBA. I wanted to put out there before everybody got to go. Don said he got to set his lineups. A lot of us do. My SBP joints are set. I got some other stuff to handle. But the Bucks early this week beat the brakes off of Golden State, my brother. Should we read anything into that at this point?
No, because Golden State was up like 30 something last night, right? Or the night before, after that game.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. I mean, we can't even read stuff into it when they're playing in the finals and one team gets blown out and they come back the next night and
I'm
play
impressed
well.
with the Bucks though. Still, like, and I understand we got a long way to go. But if you look at them in the big games, I saw them when they played, was it Nets earlier this year? You know, they look good against the Nets. Like they're playing very good basketball. So to this point, it doesn't seem to be any type of championship hangover. So with respect to Giannis and that whole organization, Coach Bud, I mean, all of them, they doing their thing.
Yeah, salute. I ain't mad at them.
Embiid hooping. Embid 10 straight road games with at least 30 points, man. Come on. Embiid is hooping. Quiet, all the noise going on in Philly, Simmons and this and Tobias Harris included possibly in trade packages and the whole 9 yards. Embiid keeping the business as usual, putting the hurting on folks. And they said the only other players to do what he's done on the road in history is Tracy McGrady and James Harden.
Ooh. That's some stiff competition, and those are perimeter players as well. So see that from your big guy that's got to get the ball from somewhere else in order to do that damage on a consistent basis. That's a big deal. So salute to him. I think he might have heard that I said I'll take Gobert and I'll take Joker and Gobert over him a few weeks ago. He might have heard that and then
Gobert
went off. Yeah, you know.
I know your feelings on the Joker. We've had the conversation before. You know, you Joker guy.
That's my guy.
And I said it, but Gobert get down defensively, man. But I'm not taking him over Embiid, bro.
It was for a lineup. It was
okay.
It was specifically for a lineup. Like if you had to take blah blah blah, starting 5, and I was like Gobert because I know Gobert will hold down the middle and he's gonna stay on the block. Blah blah blah. That was the point. And I didn't need him to score, in that realm. But anyway. Yeah, respect to Embiid. I would still want to see Ben Simmons play, y'all. Can I see Ben Simmons play? Somebody do something. You can't trade him for Lillard.
You gonna play?
Lillard, where you gonna play it, bro?
At the playground, That's why I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that KD news, yo?
Yeah, I was just about to say. So KD,
okay.
So he got hurt last night, and I missed that I didn't know. I was on my way to the grocery store this morning when I found out that he had gotten hurt. Well, they said so he's going to be reevaluated, but they don't have a timeline or something.
No timeline. Said out indefinitely. It popped up on my phone a little bit ago. Yeah, diagnosed with
media something. Too many medical terms.
Sprained MCL in the left knee, and no time frame. Out indefinitely.
What about the Suns, Caesar? We know they fired, bro. We already know. We ain't talking new news, man. We already know that the Suns are fired. Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yes,
so it's going to be interesting to bring up a point we were talking about in the group, and I know Keys brought it up as well too, about how they could combat it. So depending on this news for KD and how long he ends up being out, do the Nets explore to see if there is a loophole? Or is it true that they actually can have Kyrie play in certain games, especially in New York, by just paying the fine for him to play in those games? I still need to read more on that because it would seem to me that the state rules and regulations would still override anything that the NBA would have to say about them just being able to pay a fine. So I've been seeing all these reports, but I just don't know. It just don't sound right to me.
Yeah, I mean, but what, they're going to physically remove him from the court, though?
Yeah,
it's not like the state rules will make the game like null and void the game. I don't think they have that type of control. But I don't know. I have no idea.
Mess around and be warming up, and they come on just before game time. About 6 guys come out there in black suits
and the Sandman,
sunshades, and remove Kyrie from the court.
Yep. Straight like that.
Last thing, man. You like Frankie Beverly and Maze?
Do I like Frankie Beverly and Maze?
Mm-hmm.
have I ever been in a club at 2 a.m. when it was closing? Is that what you're asking me?
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like you're asking me if I've ever been to a club at 2 a.m. when it's closing.
yeah.
Because you already know what it's gonna be. And add in happy feelings, golden time of day, like what you want to do, Prime. What's up? I mean, I'm not saying I'm
For sure.
a
So
fan.
if even not saying you have to be the biggest fan in the world, but comes to Frankie Beverly, what would you say is your favorite Frankie Beverly song?
Me, happy feelings, maybe golden time of day would be near the top, but happy feelings.
Oh, Happy Feelings. Happy Feelings is my joint. Especially, I don't know if you ever seen it live. I remember when they came here, they used to have the joints at the Diamond, and they had
Hey,
the
the
show.
diamond, yeah.
Bro, that joint live was all that. It was everything.
All the 50 and plus ladies was in the
Man,
building.
they was in there. They was in there. But a song that doesn't get talked about as much kind of rang in my ear this week, and one of them was I'm so happy to see you and me back in stride again. And that is the case in New York as Cam Reddish is back with RJ Barrett. So the Knicks pulled the move, which I think is a very good move. And they basically gave up nothing to get a young guy who is in basically the last year of his contract. Had a few injuries along the way, but a guy I feel could be a strength and an addition to the Knicks because it gives you some longer arms on the perimeter. It gives you a guy who's shooting just under 40% from the three this year, and he comes into a place where he can try to prove himself to maybe get an extension or prove himself for another team after the season. But I'm really feeling this Cam Reddish coming to the Knicks move, and basically got rid of Knox, who I don't understand Knicks fascination with Kevin Knox after all these years. I didn't understand the fascination they had with this garbage Frank Ntilikina. And some people were on Twitter crying when the Knicks finally got rid of him. He was garbage. All right, it's just what it is. I'm not saying Knox is garbage, but Knox has been through all these, this handful of head coaches. So he's been in the league, and it's been the same story. So it's not just the coach was holding him down. He just could never find his niche there in New York, even through new players. So the Knicks basically gave up nothing, and I actually like the move, man.
Jason Campbell somewhere like, I feel your pain, Knox, I feel your pain. All these coaching changes can't never get your life right. Yeah, it was time to move on from that. Although he showed some promise at certain times.
Well, he would show promise in the preseason, and he would show promise when they would put him in a game when either the game was we was losing and the game was out of hand and we were winning, but he just never could. I wish the best for him in Atlanta or wherever he ends up, but I mean, the rest of his career, but I just never clicked.
Well, Cam Reddish, that's a great pickup, in my opinion. Just to put that other consistent three-point shooter on the floor, that's a beautiful thing. Anyway, and he plays defense as well, so you got that, and he's got the length and the height. You can go 2-3 and give you some minutes. So that's
about depth. It's about depth. Shout out to one of my brothers, Raymond, Randy's brother. We would tell you, said, I don't know if I like it, man. Just how many forwards? Well, Randy mentioned it too. He's not a Knicks fan. It was like, well, how many forwards you can put on the floor? Well, in this day and age, between COVID and injuries, you can't have too many. You can't have too many.
I'm playing center. What you mean?
Exactly. We can't keep a center on the floor. I don't think they've had it 3 games or 4 games entire season where our 3 starting centers have all been healthy. So it's 3 centers, and not starting centers, but 3 centers have been healthy. But no, look, man, this gives you a lot of depth and a lot of things that you can do. You can have Fournier 2 sometimes on the 3, RJ 2 sometimes on the 3. Matter of fact, and which is great because I know Randall got that contract, but lately looking like RJ Barrett's team. I mean, averaging about 26 a game over the past 6, 3 30-point plus games, I believe. But I kind of like him.
All that.
Yeah. He just. I'm loving that, man. Caesar criticized me talking about my Knicks gear. I mean, but I don't get to shine, but so much we liable to hit another losing streak. I mean, I told Source we've been scrambling a couple of weeks ago. Now we 7-3 over the last 10. So I take what I can get, man. But I like the move. I like what Leon Rose and them doing in that front office, man. We found out about Leon Rose, and he's going to jump the gun. Like, it seems like his thing is I'm not going to wait for the trade deadline to make a move or react to the market. I'm going to set it. Because you think about it, we ain't even got to the trade deadline. It's done. Remember last year when they got Derrick Rose? It was way before the trade deadline.
Sure.
So it seems like he's going to try to be ahead of the curve, try to make some moves. I don't know if this thing is over because they got away this time without having to give up any of the fan favorites. But I would think as we get closer, if they want to make another move, then you got to start to think about unfortunately, the Mitchell Robinsons, the Obi Toppins, the Quickleys, the people, fan favorite Quickleys, and some players in there. Some of the younger guys we just got in there. I know we like Grimes and those guys, but it's going to be interesting. Derrick Rose seems to be ahead of schedule. He'll be back soon. And the word with the Knicks is, I just end off is they seem to still be looking for another guard because the reports are out now that they may have some interest in Jalen Brunson. So,
Really?
yeah, I've seen that a couple of times over the past couple of days. But I'll take it and we'll see what Cam brings us or doesn't bring us. And I'm not buying into what everybody's talking about, one more piece with the Zion thing, because I know everybody hammered us and laughed when we didn't get that pick. But right now it's not looking too bad unless my guy can find his way out of that kitchen and keep that weight down and get back to the flashes we saw Zion, the way he played last year when he was really on. So I don't know about the three of them meeting up in New York, but you never know.
Ryan called that man the round mound of rebound junior.
It's what it is. Between the injuries and the weight, I mean, right now the Knicks won, not getting him in the lottery at this point. He come to New York, Tibbs ain't putting up with that though, so that's a whole. Tibbs don't put up with nothing, bro.
I love it.
He just said 4 to 6 week timeline just now on KD as of right now.
That ain't too bad.
And so it is what it is. Oh! Last thing, we didn't bring it up earlier. What we doing about this FanDuel Monday when you put it up?
Let me check my Palm palette.
We got a lot of black folks in the SBP, and we like to take our time with stuff. So you can put the list up too late, and they gonna do all that and claim they ain't get in.
Yes, I saw some of that in the pick and pool.
How we last minute,
I'm like, bro, the pick and pool been up for a week. It's at the top of the page. It's been at the top of the page, and it's been posted multiple times. So how y'all missed out on that joint or didn't think to say, hey, is there a pool? Hey, that's on you.
Hey,
so the best part. Go ahead.
I thought you were still looking. I was just going to say shout out to brother JB. I know he had to extend his vacation a little bit. He was out on the water. Then I think he couldn't get a flight back. Kind of like the situation Caesar was in. Couldn't get a flight back till a little bit later, but I see he watching. JB, what's up, my brother?
The JBs. I didn't even think about that one. Put that on the JB. Yeah, JB, just for the record, San Francisco 30, Dallas 24.
Yeah, JB, he got your Niners winning 30-24. Y'all got me a little shook as I mentioned earlier before you came on. I'm praying got us winning, winning by 30-27. So we'll see. But good luck to you today, my brother.
Prime, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, man. That's all I want to say to you.
That's season.
I'm looking at this NBA, and we gotta wait until the contest is actually available.
Okay.
It's not available yet. So as soon as it's available, I'm just gonna do it for 20, but I'm gonna make it public. So
I gotta get in.
I'll give you a heads up, and then I'll post it, and then y'all gotta get in, and then
let me know. So I'm gonna tag the people. Now if they get in it, they get in it. But they ain't gonna say I ain't try to get them in it.
There you go.
As soon as you about to put them up, let me know, and I'm gonna just start hitting them.
And word. And we own it. Yeah, I got to get my one lineup together. It's only one. I got into last thing. I got into a contest last night. Right, the single game joint right before it closed, and I saw it was like 661 people was the max, and it was at like 123 people in the contest less than 3 minutes before the contest started. I was like, oh, I'm getting in this joint. This is gonna be an easy money joint. I gotta win. Like I gotta be near the top. Yeah, by the time the joint finished, it was at like 450 people. Then I had Bass. I thought I was doing something with Bass. Of course, I thought it was going to be an offensive struggle. I didn't think it was going to be a dragging like it was. Yeah, so even though I had Josh Allen and Singletary in my lineup, won't need them at the MVP spots when it made no difference. So yeah, $9 down the drain. $9. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away and know when to run. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling myself.
That's cool. That's cool. So we'll be back. Well, I don't think you gonna. I don't know if we're doing Sunday now. We doing early in the week next week. What we doing? I know you got some road plans.
Here's the thing.
I'm free all week, bro.
Well, when we do Wednesday, we can do the Wednesday. That's easy.
Yeah,
Sunday, I'll probably be like my daughter's closest track meet of the indoor season was going to be this weekend. It's going to be this weekend. It was supposed to be at Villanova. Last night, we got word that it has been moved possibly to Staten Island. What? Woo, Tang. Woo, Tang.
Much respect too to the 1-6.
Yeah. So I might be in SINY 10304 on Sunday morning. So I don't know. Then I got to catch a ferry, bro. Like, I don't even know if I'm ready for all this catching a ferry to Staten Island. Like,
they got to put you in.
People ever get off do they get off the island? Is this like Gilligan's Island? I don't even know what's going on.
Put you as an extra in the Hulu joint.
So we shall see. We'll have to play it by ear, I guess.
All right, yeah, well, it's all good. Let me know anytime, any day, for real. I mean, I'm gonna be here at the castle, so it is what it is.
Oh, word. Oh, word. So you're officially official.
Yes.
Amen. The Lord is good. The Lord is good.
Yeah, so just let me know anytime. It's good. Nothing planned at all. So,
cool.
All right. Appreciate all of y'all. Let's get these lineups set. Let's have some fun inside the group today. And we catch y'all in a few days, I guess, or whenever. Peace.